Hi guys, we are now ready to create our first model, and that is going to be the add product model. So we'll create a form, go to project, add new item, select Windows Forms and select Windows Form. Type the name for the form and it's going to be add product form. Click add and that is our form. Now we set the properties. We go to the properties window. Let's start from the top. The first property is the name, and that has been set. That's the name we gave to the form. The next property we set is the back color. We scroll down to back color. We click here, go to web. Now these are all the colors, and that is up to you. You can choose any color. We have, I love this color. You can choose any color, but we are going to stick to misty rose. We scroll down again and go to form border style. We change it to fixed dialog. We scroll down to maximize box and we set it to false. This is the maximize button. We are disabling it. Now we go down again to size. With the size, you can click here and drag it to enlarge it, and that is what I usually use. Or you can come to the size and set it. This is the width. So let's put 830 there, and then the height, let's put 480 there and hit enter. And as I said, you can use this here to reduce or to enlarge the size. The next property we will set is the start position, and we'll set that to center screen. And the next one is the text, and that is what is displayed here. We'll set that to add product. These are our properties for this form for now. Let's click save to save the changes. Now we add our controls to the form. We are going to add controls to this form. The controls are the objects the user will be interacting with, the text boxes, the buttons, the labels, etc. The first we want to add is a caption, add product, and we will need the label for that. Let's click toolbox here and then search for label. We have it here, drag it onto the form. We will change the text property to add. Enter. We'll go back to toolbox, drag another label, and we'll change the text property to product. Let's change the font size, and that is also one of the properties. We click here, click on this icon. We change the size to 18, and this is the type faces. You can choose any, but I will choose this one and click OK. I'll change the color of this, the font color, and that is here 4 color, to, let's go back here to dark orange. Okay, so the caption is set. Now we add more controls. We go to toolbox. Let's search for data grid view. drag it onto the form. Go back to toolbox, search for group box, drag it onto the form. We clear the text property of this control. We delete it, enter. Let's go back to toolbox and search for text box. Drag it onto the group box control. We can also duplicate it, copy and paste. Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste. We need a number of them. We need the product ID, the product name, the quantity. When you go to the inventory table, we need product name, product ID, we need quantity, we need the price, and we need description. So we need text boxes for all these. Now we have product ID, we have product name. Quantity, we can use a text box, but we are not going to use a text box. We rather use numeric up, down. Next, we need another text box, so let's copy this and paste it for the price. And the last one for description. Now we need labels for these text boxes. We go back and search for label. The first one is the product ID, so we select the text property. We go to text and change it to product ID. It can be item ID. These are semantics, choice of words. It is up to you. You just have to choose a befitting name for your controls. Product ID. We hit enter. We can also copy and paste it. Change the text property. This will be product name. Quantity, price, description. Now let's select the group box, go to the font and change the size to 11. And that is one advantage of using a group box. You set the font property once and it affects every control that is in that group box. and that is why I prefer using it. Otherwise, you have to select them one after the other to set the properties. But whatever property you set for the group box affects all the controls. Okay. Let's select this description here. We're going to set the name properties and the other properties for the controls, especially the text boxes. Let's start from the bottom here. Go to the name and change it to TST description. Again, let's scroll down to multi-line and change it to true. Then we can enlarge it. We can also add a scroll bar to it. So we scroll down to scroll bars and set it to vertical, so that if the description is so long, you can scroll through to read everything here. We go to price. The first thing is the name property. We set it to TST price, and that is all we would do. We go to the quantity, that is numeric up down, so we set that to NUM quantity. The product name, we set that to TST product name. Then we have TST product ID. So we have set the properties for our text boxes. The most important one is the name property, because that is what will help us to refer to these controls in our code. We need to add a button. Let's go to toolbox, search for button, drag it, change the name property to BTN, add, enter. Change the text to add product, and then the flat style, we change that to pop-up. Beautiful. Now let's go to the data grid view. We can leave the name as it is. Click on this arrow here to set the data source. Click here. Go to other data sources. Click here and select the data set that we created. Now these are the tables we added to the data set. We select the inventory. Now let's uncheck these ones here and click outside. We have the product ID, we have the product. We just want to display these two columns. Let's select it, go back to that arrow and select edit columns. We want only the ID and the product. We don't want these three to be shown here. We select quantity, go to the visibility and set it to false. Select price, set the visibility to false, and description, set it to false. Click OK. Now we have just these two items. Good. Click save to save everything that we have done.